about 8 miles east of where Gary was dialing 911, in the dispersed North Shore community of Bowerbank, population 120, Douglas Bateman was watching Monday Night Football. Tom Brady had just completed his 5th consecutive pass in the Patriots' opening drive of the second half. The sound was off, and Doug divided his time between the game and gazing out the window toward Pine Island, located about a half-mile west of his lakeside house. He wondered if the eagle pair that had nested there for more than a decade would be returning in the spring. The Pine Island Eagles had held a special significance for Doug and his wife Beth, as the pair first appeared the same year they had moved into their North Shore home with their newborn son Eric. Each spring, the Batemans eagerly anticipated the return of the Eagles to Pine Island from their winter range. Once they arrived, Doug and Beth would take turns watching them through binoculars for the first glimpse of an eaglet's head over the rim of the nest. When he was 4, Eric joined his parents in watching for the first appearance of the baby eagles, and from then on, he was always the first to see them. It became a family tradition. Soon after Eric announced the presence of eaglets in the nest each year, the summer sky over the lake would be filled with the fledglings' piercing cries whenever they recognized one of their parents approaching with food. Later in the summer, Doug and Beth and their son would laugh together at the clumsy first efforts at flight by the young eagles, and their frequent crash landings into the trees on Pine Island. And then, when the young eagles had become proficient and soared high above the lake with their parents, the Batemans would know that the end of summer was fast approaching. In another month or so, the first turning of the leaves would mark the eagles' imminent departure. A year ago last August, however, Doug and Beth's world changed forever with the death of their son. Like generations of teenagers growing up in the area, Eric had joined in the summer ritual of jumping off the bridge in Sebec Village, located at the east end of the lake, where it narrowed dramatically to form the Sebec River, the lake's only outlet. The bridge spanned the deep pool formed just upstream from a small hydroelectric dam, and on hot summer days, the bridge and the cold water below would draw dozens of teens, showing off and comparing suntans and tattoos. No one saw Eric jump from the bridge that Saturday afternoon in August, but he was soon missed by the group of friends he was with,